Okay, hello and welcome to the second episode of, oh shoot, I can't remember what it's called. Faith Journey, I think. So this is Michael, along with Caden, Chris, Christian, Robertson family. Thank you for coming out, guys. So this last message was kind of more addressed to adults. This one is more for the kids. So I talked to Jake Brandon a couple nights ago, and I wrote a letter to my 18-year-old self, like what advice I would have for someone who's 18. And I've since had a conversation with Aiden, who's 17. So this is kind of more, this is for basically high school and college kids, with my thoughts, kind of looking back on my life and my current situation and everything, with some advice and thoughts. So the first thing I would say is it's super important to have your priorities straight. And those being God, others, and then me. And if I think about my high school and kind of in my 20s, you know, I've never considered myself to be a selfish person. So I think I'm a good friend and I do stuff for other people. I did some volunteering, but I've done more later in life, but I've always kind of done stuff for other people. So I would say that it wasn't necessarily me above others, but it definitely wasn't God first. In my 20s, I kind of stopped going to church and wasn't really reading the Bible, wasn't really doing devotionals. I just kind of stepped away. And the reason I did is, can you see this? This is the cover of a Rolling Stones album called Get Your Ya-Ya's Out. And that was basically the theme of my 20s, was I'm just gonna have fun in my 20s. But then later in life, you know, I'll meet a girl and I'll get married and we'll have kids. Then I'll get serious about being a good Christian and go back to church and stuff. So it was all about getting your yayas out and just having fun. And if I look back on my 20s, and I talk to people, and I say, yeah, I went to graduate school in San Diego, I lived in Pacific Beach, and then I moved to LA, lived in Manhattan Beach. Everyone's like, wow, that must have been a blast. That must have been so fun. And it was. And, you know, playing beach volleyball, surfing, lots of pretty girls. But if I really think about how I felt during those times, I felt pretty empty. And while I might have been kind of happy at a surface level, I was unfulfilled. And I believe that everybody has a God-shaped hole in their heart that can only be filled by God. And I was trying to fill it with girls and bars and parties, and you're never going to fill it with that. The thing that I did come away from that is brothers. Is you know, right next here is the AT&T offices, and I made some great friends, and a lot of which have come to visit me here and have always been here for me. So I'm super grateful for all the guys that I met during that time period. They were, you know, great friends and remain good friends to this day. But it's really important to maintain those priorities of God, others, and me. You know, you're going to be much happier in your life, even in high school and in college, if you have those priorities straight. And the other thing I want to talk to you guys about is about relationships. And so if you look at the triangles here, and you look at the dots, those are like you and your, it could be your girlfriend, could be your buddy, but is your girlfriend, is your friend, are they encouraging you? Are they trying to make you a better person? Are they encouraging you to go to church? Are they encouraging you to be a better athlete, a better student? Or are they going in the opposite direction? Are they pointing down? Are these friends that say, hey, it's okay to drink, you know, let's go to this party, it's okay to smoke marijuana, you know, it's okay to do this, like, because every friend's gonna either build you up or tear you down. And so making that determination of what those, if they are a real friend, are they just selfish and are just looking out for themselves, or are they a good friend? But are they encouraging you? Are they pointing you in the right direction? Because if I look back over the last couple of weeks since I've had my surgery, I've had buddies from Michigan, friends of mine that I went to graduate school with in San Diego. It's these good buddies of mine that I made in high school, in college, in my 20s, that I invested in those relationships, and these are brothers for life. And when things started going nuts in my life, and I needed help, and Lori needed help, these are the guys that got on planes and came to be with me. So when you're in high school and college, think about your friendships, invest in the right ones, and think to yourself, are these people that would get on planes for me, and will I get on planes for them? And if you don't have those friendships, then you need to relook at your friendships, or put more time and energy into them, because these are important, and at some point in your life you'll need them, and then hopefully it's for happy things like getting married or having kids, but there might be bad things like what I'm going through right now. So that's the message for this week: is keep your priorities straight, even in your 20s. God, others, and me. You'll have a happier life. And in the times where I've been happiest is when I've been closest to God. Now, unfortunately, it's usually taken bad things to bring me closer to God. It's been losing a job, losing a relationship. These are the things that bring me back to Him. But when I've stuck with Him, and when I'm praying, when I'm reading the Bible, when I'm doing devotional, and I'm going to church, these have been always the times when I'm happiest in my life. And so that's the thing I would encourage everybody, high school, college, get your priorities straight and build those deep relationships, because you'll have a better college experience, better high school experience. But as you're an adult, and Chris and I know this, like these buddies that you have from early on, and these guys that know you deeply because they've been through a lot of things with you, these are the relationships that you'll want to have later in life. That's it for now. God bless, and Merry Christmas.